Hello, everyone, and welcome into some more Evansville Otters baseball here at historic Bosse Field. Your Evansville Otters coming off of a huge win last night against this really good New York Boulders team. I'm Riley Angel here with you. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Wednesday night. Let's recap what happened last night for you real quick. It was a 6-0 Evansville Otters win. They scored 6 runs on 8 hits, only committing 1 error. New York was shut out. They had 4 hits, did not have an error. The Otters offensively started off a little slow, but Braden Scott on the mound didn't. He was red hot all night long. 3 strikeouts in his first 2 innings of work, worked around a double and a walk as well. In the 3rd inning, Evansville started to come alive. L.J. Jones, a 2 RBI single. Ellis Schwartz, an RBI single for him also. And that's all Braden Scott would need run support-wise to absolutely shove last night. He finished with 11 strikeouts, a season high for him. 2 walks, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed. That was the best we had seen Braden Scott all year. And boy, oh boy, did he impress against a really good offensive New York Boulders team. But even though that's all the run support Braden Scott would need, it was not all the run support Braden Scott would get. In the bottom of the 6th, a couple of walks brought bases loaded for Crix Taveras, who came up and hit a bases-clearing 3 RBI double for his second double of the night. He would eventually finish 3 for 3 with 3 two-baggers on the evening. Schwartz also with a hit. L.J. Jones, the 2 RBI single. I mean, just a really great offensive performance from this Evansville Otters team. Dennis Pierce also now extending his on-base streak to 17 games here in this season. That is the most for him here in 2025. Taking a look at the standings as well real quick. New York Boulders 40-30 on the year. They play in the Eastern Division, where Sussex County leads them by half a game at 42-31. Down east, 29-43 in third place, 12.5 games back in New Jersey, 22-49, 19 games back in the Eastern Division. Here in the Central is a 2-team race right now. Lake Erie and Washington just a game apart. Lake Erie in first at 41-30, Washington in second at 41-32, just a game back of that Lake Erie team. Florence 32-39 on the year, 9 games back. This Evansville team now 25-48 with a win last night, 17 games back of first place. Thank you so much for listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and on 96.9 WYIR. Speaking of the Home Team Network is the exclusive home of every Frontier League game this year. Check out Home Team Network to sign up today and get a front row seat to every Otters game in 2025. This Otters team coming off their first home win since the end of June, that sweep of Florence to conclude June is the last time this Otters team won here at Bosse Field, and boy, did it feel good. This team really needed a win like that last night, and hopefully it builds on itself to where they can come in here this evening and really put on a good show for the fans in attendance here on this Wednesday night. Crix Taveras also still in the lineup tonight after a 3-for-3 performance yesterday. You hope that he's able to catapult himself after a performance like he had last night. Thank you again so much for listening here on the Papa John's pregame show. When we come back, we'll talk about these starting lineups and a little more about these starting pitchers here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Right now, in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Welcome inside of the Papa John's pregame show here at historic Bosse Field. Papa John's, the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after. Each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the home team network, and on 96.9 WYIR. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Wednesday night at historic Bosse Field. I'm Riley Angel here with you. Thank you again, said it, for joining us here in this one. Evansville coming off a 6-0 win over Lake Erie last night. Let's hope they can really get things going with a series win today in Game 74 of this 96-game 2025 campaign. So far this year, Evansville has only won 6 total series. You hope that they're able to get their 7th series win here today and then have a chance for the sweep going into tomorrow's second-to-last Thirsty Thursday here at Bosse Field in the year 2025. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for either side here in this one. Starting with the 40-30 New York Boulders, it's as follows. Shortstop Austin Dennis leads it off, followed by the second baseman Kyle Hess. Designated hitter Jason Agresti bats third. Cleaning it up is Christian Ficca. He is the first baseman. Alfredo Marte over in left field. He's batting fifth. Third baseman Fritz Ginther bats sixth. Batting seventh, Enzo Apodaca. He is in right field. Jack Scanlon catching here tonight. He is the 8-hole hitter. And then rounding it out in the 9th spot, center fielder Ryan Vogel. On the mound, Emmett Bice. We'll talk about him here in just a moment. For your Evansville Otters, it's Dennis Pierce, the third baseman, leading it off, followed by designated hitter Ellis Schwartz. First baseman L.J. Jones bats third. Cleaning it up is Jared Campbell, the right fielder. In left field, Keenan Taylor. He's in the 5-hole tonight. In the 6-hole, center fielder Graham Brown. At second base, J.J. Cruz batting 7th. Batting 8th, Cohen Wilbanks, the backstop here tonight. And then rounding it out in the 9-hole, Crix Tavares over at shortstop. Parker Brahms on the mound for Evansville here this evening. Parker Brahms was near unhittable his last time out against Florence. Man, he look good in that performance. Overall this year, he's had some up and downs, but that 7-inning outing where he only gave up 1 run, struck out 6, only walked 2, was one of, if not the best outing he's had this year. Again, has struggled at times this season, but whenever he is on, and hopefully we get another great performance from him here today as he faces Emmett Bice for this New York Boulders team. Bice, so far this year, the Pennsylvania native, this is his first year in professional baseball, a .560 ERA, 2-3 record, and 62 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 42, walked 28. So the strikeouts low and the walks are high. That spells good news for this Evansville Otters team, and you hope that this Otters offense is able to do what they did last night and get out ahead early. If they are able to do that, it's hard to slow this team down, especially if they get a good pitching performance from Parker Brahms like they did in Florence. Now, in Florence, it didn't necessarily go Brahms' way, given with how that series just went in general. But whenever Brahms is on the mound and he's pitching well and he gives you a chance, you have to take advantage. They did so last night with Brandon Scott. Tonight, hopefully they're able to do so, and hopefully Parker Brahms gives them a second straight really good outing. Cohen Wilbanks back in the lineup tonight since being activated from the emergency catcher spot. He has been 3 for 6 with a double, and he caught the first 19 innings of the series in Florence. He hasn't played since then, but we'll see exactly where he goes today and how he plays here tonight. For this New York Boulders team, they just need to get back on track. They are still one of the hotter teams in this Frontier League. They are 8-2 in their last 10, but half a game back of Sussex County. Evansville really looks to play spoiler against them tonight, as that is a tough division race that's going to go down to the last week of the season, very similar to the two races in our conference in the Central and the West between Lake Erie, Washington, and then Schaumburg and Gateway. And really, those three divisions, the Central, the West, and the East, are the three that are really close. Quebec, ever since the beginning of this year, has been running away with the North Division. They are 5.5 games up on Tri-City. But Quebec has been scuffling, and Tri-City has been catapulting. So even that one could come down to the last week or so, or 2 weeks of this 2025 season. So overall, 4 really fun division races in the Frontier League this year. Evansville 2-8 in their last 10, finally getting that losing streak off their back last night. Before that, they had lost 8 in a row, but man, that win just put some new life into this clubhouse and a lot more energy and giddiness to play than what we saw in Florence. So you hope that translates onto the field for the second night in a row here. And if it does, then Evansville going to get a good result, and hopefully will be able to do well here in this series. Zane Clodfelter about to introduce the starting lineups here at historic Bosse Field. Thank you so much for listening to the Papa John's pregame show. You're listening on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Schwartz. Batting third, the first baseman, number 20, L.J. Jones. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 11, Jared Campbell. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 12, Keenan Taylor. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 24, Graham Brown. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 17, J.J. Cruz. Batting eighth and catching, number 23, Cohen Wilbanks. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 18, Chris Tavares. Pitching for the Evansville Otters, right-handed pitcher, number 13, Parker Brahms. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America's freedom, those who now protected, pay tribute to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice with the singing of our national anthem, this evening performed by Rue Martin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Group 110 with our national anthem. Tonight's game ball is delivered to you by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
And now it's time for those legendary words in baseball. We've got the Otter Bells here to help us out. Ready?
Parker Brahms on the mound here for Evansville. Brahms, this year overall a 6.50 ERA, 2-6 the record in 13 starts. In 62 and a third innings pitched, he has 46 strikeouts, 22 walks, but he is coming off of, without a doubt, his best pitching performance of the year against Florence this past weekend, where in 7 innings of work, only allowing 1 run, striking out 6, and really having a good day there. He hopes to go against this good offensive New York team and just keep their bats quiet, as Braden Scott was able to do last night very, very effectively. Now, it won't be the easiest thing in the world to do, but man, oh man, if Brahms, if he pitches the way he pitched on Saturday, then we should have no issues getting rid of this New York Boulders team here tonight. Beautiful day here in Evansville, Indiana. The Otters in their home blue jerseys, white pants, blue and white caps, while the Boulders in their red tops with blue letters across the front and back, gray pants, and blue helmets. The defense here for Evansville is as follows: Keenan Taylor in left, Graham Brown in center, Jared Campbell over in right, Dennis Pierce at third, Crix Tavares at short, J.J. Cruz at second, L.J. Jones over at first. The battery mate for Parker Brahms, Colin Wilbanks. Pitcher-catcher battery brought to you by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Greenville Road, or call at 812-475-9000. Austin Dennis stands in. Leadoff man, right-handed hitter, awaits the first pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. 86 degrees, the game time temp, barely a cloud in the sky. Brahms out of the stretch as he works there exclusively, the 0-1. Bender just missing outside, 1-1. The thing that Brahms did so well his last time out is each time through the order, it seemed like his sequence was completely different, using his weapons in different ways. The pitch swung on, grounded to second, gobbled up by Cruz, tossed to first in time for an easy out, number 1. And against a team like New York, you need to do that. Mix up how you're attacking them. First 3 hitters in the lineup batting over 346. Their 7-hole guy batting 344. Here's Kyle Hess, left-handed hitter, 992 the OPS, 3 homers, 15 RBI. Good defensive second baseman, the pitch. That one just missing on the outer edge on the curve, 1-0. Boy, it seems like the last 2 series over at second base, the defense has been good for the opposing team. It's been good for Evansville as J.J. Cruz making a diving play last night, the 1-0. Swung on, hard liner into right. Coming in on it is Campbell, makes the chest-high catch, 2 away. As Cruz ended the game last night with a diving play, which Was a very good play, to be honest. Quickly 2 away here in the first as Jason Agresti, catcher last night, designated hitter tonight, stands in another right-handed bat. Brahm standing on the far first base side, throws, and it's low on the fastball, 1-0, nearly scraping the plate there, but Wilbanks with a backhanded play. Infield straight up, same with the outfield. Slight wind out to center. Was much harder earlier in the day, but has calmed down. The pitch. Swung on, foul, tipped right to the backstop, 1-1. Evansville and getting their first win of August last night. Man, after what felt like a year, which was July, it's really nice to see this team get a win. Their first home game this month, the 1-1 outside, 2-1. Because, man, oh, man, given how long the team was on the road and how few home games they had in just the stretch of baseball, the tough schedule, July felt like it was the entire season. 2-1. Swung on, high bouncer to second, fielded by Cruz just at eye level, throw to first in time, third out. So 1, 2, 3 go the Boulders in the first. We now go to the bottom half. No score here on 96.9 WYR and the Otters Digital Network.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Emmett Bice, the thrower, here for New York tonight. Bice, the Westchester, PA native, went to the College of Charleston all 4 years of his university stay. So far this year, his first year in professional baseball, and 11 starts, a .560 ERA, 42 strikeouts, 28 walks. The walks a little high, the strikeouts a little low. We'll see if Evansville can do any damage against him here tonight. The defense behind him is as follows: Marte in left, Vogel in center, Apodaca over in right. Ginther's the third baseman, Dennis the shortstop, Hess the second baseman, Ficca over at first. Scanlon, the battery mate for Emmett Bice here tonight. That pitcher-catcher battery is brought to you by The Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at The Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call it 812-475-9000. Dennis Pierce to lead us off. Season high 17-game on-base streak for him. Right-handed hitter, batting at a .310 clip, OPS .963, 10 homers, 24 ribbies. He's the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game here tonight. Righty v. righty the matchup. Bice quickly into the windup, rocks and fires. Swung on, fouled up and off the top of the grandstand, 0-1. Bice with a quick windup, the right-hander sitting on the far first base side of the slab. Hands sitting at eye level, looks in. Begins the windup, kicks, fires. Taken for a strike on the up and away edge, 0-2. Dennis Pierce, man, I mean, the power numbers haven't been there during this on-base streak, but he's just found ways to contribute. The 0-2. That one missing down and away, 1-2. You get on base 17 straight games in a row, no matter how you're doing it. It's helping your team in some way, shape, or form. Next one in. Swung on, grounded hard to short. Backhanded play by Dennis. Throw across the diamond, gets away from the first baseman and Ficka. On his way to second is Pierce. Bounces up against the wall, fielded by Ficka. And just like that, Evansville with a runner in scoring position here in this first inning. It's going to go down as a single and an error.
Batting second,
Brings up Ellis Schwartz.
Ellis Schwartz.
Schwartz, big RBI hit for him yesterday. Designated hitter now for the third night in a row when he had been playing in outfield spots, mostly when he did get opportunities. Now, staying at the top of the lineup, just not in the field. The pitch is way high up above the helmet of Schwartz, 1-0. Bice now working out of the stretch. Pierce on second, sets with his hands at the chest. The pitch. Swung on hard, liner into right, sinking quickly, diving and making the snag is Apodaca. Quickly back to second is Pierce, one away.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 20, L.J.
Bottom of the first, no score. Really good contact there from Schwartz, 98 miles per hour off the bat. But not quite enough sink on it to let it fall. Brings up L.J. Jones. He had a 2 RBI hit last night. The Otters' first baseman and right-handed hitter awaiting the first pitch. Here it is. Swung on. Little soft liner down the right side, but well foul into the netting. 0-1. Jones, man, it feels like, even though he's batting .276, and yes, that's good, it feels like he should be batting near .320 with the hard contact that he's produced. One of the unluckiest hitters on this team, that's for sure. There's a reason he's in the middle of the lineup night in, night out. The pitch. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Sometimes that's just baseball, but it feels like it's been going on all season long. For a hitter of Jones's caliber, a guy who has been up to the AA level, it's hard for a guy like him to stay grounded whenever those things are happening, but boy, does he. Great guy to be around, the 0-2. Swung on soft chopper to third. Backhanded play by Ginther. Throw to first in time, 2 away. Now brings up Jared Campbell.
The right fielder, number 11, Jared Campbell.
Campbell, this is his first time in the cleanup spot this year. Playing in right field, had his first professional homer against Florence out to left. And I'll tell you what, in left field there in Florence, it felt like nothing was getting out. So he really put a charge into it. First pitch that he sees is swung on and missed. A little behind on the cutting fastball. Count 0-1. Campbell was a power bat in college. And there's a reason he's trusted here in this cleanup spot tonight. The 0-1 pitch. That one taken for a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. At Point Park University, hit 19 homers his senior year, 17 homers the 2 years previous, 7 homers his freshman year. So he can hit it out of the ballpark. The 0-2 pitch. Up and in. That's going to be a 1-2. In his last 3 seasons of college, 2 seasons with a 1,300 OPS, his junior year in 1,100 OPS. Here's the 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. Count all evened up. Bottom of the first, no score here in Evansville. Runner on second is Pierce. Infield straight up, same with the outfield. Wind still a little tapered down than from earlier. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So a leadoff single and an error that advanced Pierce to second goes for naught. Bice gets out of it. No score through 1 here on 96.9 WYR and the Otters Digital Network.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Christian Ficca will lead it off. He will be followed by Alfredo Marte, then Fritz Ginther. Those the three due up here against Brahms, who had a really good first inning, sent them down 1, 2, and 3, a couple of groundouts and a hard line out. No score here, top of the second. Brahms the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Ficca, 7 homers, 44 RBI. The next one into the left-hander is taken outside. Make that 1 ball and 1 strike. New York, boy, they feel like they need some offense, given the circumstances from last night, the 1-1. Missing just a tad low, 2-1. Just seems like the Evansville pitching staff has done such a good job preparing for this New York team. Finally feeling some of that home magic again. Brahms out of the stretch. Swung on, hard liner deep into right center. Back on it is going to one-hop the wall. Over to it, the center fielder Graham Brown cuts it off. Throw into Cruz is not going to be in time. Stand up, leadoff double here for Christian Ficca in the second inning.
In left field, 21, Alfredo Marte.
That ball sit on a rope, 108 off the bat. Into right center, and now Alfredo Marte. Marte, 6 homers, 48 RBI. Former big leaguer, talked about it a little bit last night. So that's now 2 Alfredos now in the Frontier League who have been major league players. The pitch, swung on, blasted foul, and up and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it. Marte spent parts of 3 different seasons in the big leagues, 2013 through 15. Never found much success as the 0-1 pitch from Brahms. High, 1-1. His last season as a Los Angeles Angel, he only played in 5 games, but he went 2 for 6 in those 5 games. In 2014, hit 2 homers with the Diamondbacks. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, little number up the middle. Diving stop by Cruz. Throw on his back to first in time for out number 1. Bobbled it a little bit on the transfer, but it didn't matter. Another great play there from J.J. Cruz, who now has had 3 pretty impressive plays in the last just 10 1/3 innings of work for him over there at second. 1 away, top of the second, no score. Runner on third base is Ficca for the Boulders. Fritz Ginther now bats. He leads this team in homers with 11. The pitch. Inside, playing limbo with it was Ginther, 1-0. Ginther, the leader on this team in homers for active players. There was another player who had 11 but is no longer with the Boulders as the 1-0. Swung on and missed, tied him up on the up and in fastball, 1-1. Ginther, not the one you look at and doesn't give a intimidating presence in the batter's box. Not a huge guy. Very compact, fast twitch swing. The 1-1 is high, 2-1. So certainly a guy that you got to be worried about in the middle of this order. No score, top 2 runner on third here for the Boulders. The 2-1 pitch. Out of the stretch from Brahms. Swung on and missed, way out in front of the changeup. Counts 2-2. Brahms not a huge strikeout guy, but man, he got into a rhythm his last start. Ended up striking out 6 in that outing. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, soft grounder to third, gets past the glove of Dennis Pierce. In to score is the running Ficca. On his way to second is Ginther. It's an RBI double for him, and it's 1-0 New York here in the top of the second.
Batting seventh in right field, 5.
So the Boulders get their first run of the series here in the second frame against Evansville. That brings up Enzo Apodaca. Still a runner in scoring position here for New York, just not at third, so not as dangerous. Still want to keep this game exactly where it is at 1-0. Brahms looks towards the second, now into Wilbanks. Kicks, fires. In there, 0-1. Well, you got to score 1 to win anyway. That's the old adage. Brahms, a couple of rhythmic taps of that front foot. Kicks, delivers, swung on and missed, 0-2. Well, the up and in fastball is certainly working. It's got a ton of swing and misses from that spot. Seems to be riding a bit high in the zone despite its only 88-mile-per-hour velocity. The 0-2. Down and in. Try to get a chase. Another fastball. 1-2. Top 2, 1-0 the score. New York in front. The pitch. High. Again, all fastballs here in this at-bat for Parker Brahms. That's 4 straight. First 2 got a look and then a swing and a miss. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Brahms sets with his hands at the chest. Fires. Swung on and he popped him up. Shallow center, should be playable. Back on it are the middle infielders. Coming in on it, Graham Brown. He calls everybody off, makes the play, 2 gone. So 2 away now, a little less dangerous of a situation for Parker with that runner on second.
Catching 13, Jack Scanlon.
Now Jack Scanlon. Scanlon has scuffled at the dish a little bit this year, and as much as a catcher can. 224 the average, 678 OPS, but a little bit of pop in that bat too. 5 homers on the year for him. The left-hander swings and blasts one down the right field line. Over to it, Campbell, and he just can't make the play as it bounces in fair territory. Here comes the run in. He's going to score. Scanlon sticks to the single. 2-0 New York.
99th at center field 1, Ryan Vogel.
That ball was about only an inch inside of the line down the right field line. Campbell had a good read on it, just barely out of his reach. And now 2-0 New York, top of the second with Ryan Vogel batting. Some hard contact early from this New York Boulders team, who last night struggled to hit anything when Braden Scott was on the bump. Pull shift here on Vogel. He takes strike 1, up and in on the slider, 0-1. Tavares playing in the hole on the left side. Cruz basically up the middle, and with LJ holding the runner at first. A huge hole on the right side of the infield if he slaps one the other way. The 0-1 swung on, popped him up. Should be playable behind the plate. Sneaking into fair territory. In comes LJ Jones, who makes the catch for out number 3. So that'll do it here in the top of the second. 2-0 New York on a couple of doubles and then a single. We now go to the bottom half. 2-0 New York here on 969 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com.
2-0 New York, bottom half of the second inning. Keenan Taylor, Graham Brown, J.J. Cruz, the three that are due up here for Evansville.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 12, Keenan Taylor.
They'd really like to get some runs on the board and fight back after that 2-run frame from New York in the top half. The pitch is in there for a strike on the high fastball from Bice. It's 0-1. Bice, a funky, very over-the-top delivery of the baseball. He rocks into the windup, kicks, fires. Inside, and it beamed Keenan Taylor up and in. Got him on the shoulder blade. But Evansville with a leadoff base runner here in the bottom half of the second.
Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 24.
So it's a start. Brings up Graham Brown. Brown, despite the struggles, hit 2 homers last week. 9 homers total on the year, second on the ball club. In that statistic, only trailing Dennis Pierce. Brown overall a .256 batting average, 38 ribbies for him. The right-handed hitter takes strike one at the chest, 0-1. He has gotten back into a rhythm, good at bats for him, just hasn't found results like he had at the beginning of the year. Kind of in the same boat as Keenan Taylor. The pitch drops in there for a strike on the change. No, nothing in 2. But you'll see that. I mean, Graham Brown, Keenan Taylor are rookies. These guys haven't had a full professional season yet. We're in the dog days of August. Legs are tired. It's the reason this is the hardest part of the year. The 0-2. Swung on, fouled up and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and to never regret it. But Taylor and Brown certainly battling through it. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom 2. 2-0 New York. Runner on first base for Evansville. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Way out in front of the slider was Graham, and there's 1 away. 2 strikeouts now for Bice. J.J. Cruz will step in. Cruz, .251, his batting average. 8 homers, 36 RBI. Still has less walks than he does doubles this year. 8 doubles, 7 walks on this season. The left-handed hitter checks his swing and takes ball 1 low. At times, he has struggled defensively on the infield, but these past 2 days, man, he has been superb over there. Here's the 1-0. Fastball dotted down and away, 1-1. Man, you can live there all night if you're a pitcher. Down and away fastball at 89 on the black. Nothing you can really do about it as a hitter until you get to 2 strikes, and you have to. The 1-1. Outside fastball, a little more down the middle, but it's taken 1-2. J.J. Cruz quickly behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Infield straight up at double play depth, actually. Bites out of the stretch. Here it comes. Up high, 2-2. The Otters still 17 games back of this division, just looking to end this season off with a good month of August. Leave a good taste in everyone's mouths for 2026. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Third strikeout for Bice here tonight. Will Banks now will bat. It's just been a weird year. It's from May until the beginning of July. This team at times looked like a playoff contender. Then a really tough schedule, all pretty much on the road in July. Really hit this team hard. Here's Cohen Will Banks. Pickoff move, no play. Will Banks, since his return as the emergency catcher, 3 for 6 with a double. Overall in the year, batting .341 in limited action. The pitch. Swung on, hit in the air softly into left. Coming in on it, Marte. Under it, medium deep, makes the catch for out number 3. So that ends the second inning, still 2-0 Boulders here on 96.9 WIR and the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Top of the third, 2-0 New York. Here in Evansville, I'm Riley Angel here with you. It'll be the top of the order for New York. Dennis Haston, then Agresti. Those three did go 1, 2, and 3 in that first frame. Brahms giving up 3 hits and 2 runs there in the top half of the second. We'll see if he can rebound. The right-hander got Dennis to ground out in the first inning. The pitch. Checked his swing, but a strike anyway, down and away. Really good pitch there from Brahms in a really good spot. 0-1. The next pitch, just missing low. 1-1. So a ball, a strike, nobody out. This New York team finally getting on the board for the first time this series. An inning ago, the pitch swung on and missed 1-2. Time called here by Dennis. Brahms, the one thing that really he did so well against Florence is the rhythm in which he pitched. The 1-2 swung on and missed, strike three. First, a German-American Bank strikeout there for Parker Brahms. One away, top three. As it seemed like every time he was getting the ball, man, he was just going non-stop. Hopefully he can get back into some sort of that same rhythm here and just be really good for this team. Kyle Hess awaits the first one and takes a strike down central, 0-1. So no balls, a strike, and an out. Top of the third, 2-0 New York. Slight pull shift on Hess, but nothing crazy. The pitch squares around, goes after it, or maybe not. Pulled back, 1-1. This the only time in which these two teams play this year, the 1-1 inside 2-1. As it's rare that these two see each other much at all. Saw them here in 2022. That was the last time they've been here at Bosse Field. The 2-1 pitch swung on, popped foul left side, and it's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes. I mean, overall, these teams have only played each other 7 times. Evansville 3-4 against them. Time called by the umpire, a pitch clock violation on the batter. And that's strike number 3. Hess trying to get his argument in, but that is out number 2. A German-American Bank strikeout there for Parker Brahms, his second in a row on the pitch clock violation.
Designated hitter 29.
I don't care how many times you see it. It's always somewhat surprising, especially now given the amount of times these hitters have been able to acclimate to this system. It's always such a surprise when someone, especially with 2 strikes, gets one. The pitch, down and away. It's 1-0 now to Jason Agresti. I mean, it's almost akin to the phrase in basketball, time and score. You got to know the time. And you got to know the count. It's 2-2. I'm in that box the entire time as the 1-1 swung on and lined into center softly. Racing in on it is Graham Brown coming in, makes the running catch in right center field. So that's out number 3 here in the third. 1, 2, and 3. Go the Boulders again. We now go to the bottom half. 2-0 New York here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com.
Here's Crix Tavares to lead us off here in the bottom half of the third against Emmett Bice, who the first 2 innings has looked good against this Evansville team. New York 2, Evansville nothing through 2.5. Tavares 3 for 3 last night, 3 doubles. Was 0 for 10 going into that game. The pitch is squared on but pulled back and taken for a strike, nothing in 1. Those 3 hits, I mean, that bumped his average up from 0 now to 231. So, pretty good day. Pretty productive day at the plate, I'd say. The 0-1 swung on and missed, 0-2. Some trivia in between innings as well here at Bosse Field, as always it is here at Bosse Field. But found this one particularly interesting. In Major League Baseball games this year, we were given the amount of hot dogs that were consumed. As the 0-2 pitch swung on and foul tipped into the mitt for strike 3. A little behind on the fastball there was Tavares. There's 1 away. Fourth strikeout there for Bice. Here's Dennis Pierce. The answer to that, 20 million hot dogs. 20 million. Goodness. My question is how long, as Dennis Pierce waits on the first pitch and takes strike 1 at the chest, 0-1. With 20 million hot dogs placed end over end. I wonder how long that hot dog trail would be. The pitch swung on, fouled back into the netting, and it's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Bice. Swung on, grounded to third softly. Backhand stop by Ginther. Throw across the diamond, a little high, but right there the tall first baseman Ficca for out number 2.
Designated hitter number 3, Ellis Schwartz.
All right, so I got an answer. 20 million hot dogs. So we're going about a 6-inch hot dog here. If you laid 20 million hot dogs end over end, it would reach across the continental United States. How about that for some trivia? Here's Ellis Schwartz. The pitch squares around but pulls back and takes strike 1, 0-1. Bottom of the third, 2-0 New York. 2 away here in the third. Oh well. Another crazy thing about that, 20 million hot dogs, man. I bet Joey Chestnut has the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air left side, foul, 0-2. Bet Joey Chestnut, if given an unlimited amount, we'll say he had an unlimited, like a bottomless pit stomach. I wonder how long it would take him to eat 20 million hot dogs. Probably a lot less than what you would think. And in 2025, he ate 70 hot dogs in 5 minutes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And taken low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So that's just a simple math equation right there. I mean, 70 and a half hot dogs in 5 minutes. The 1-2 to Schwartz. Swung on and dribbled foul off his foot, so he'll take some time, and it's going to stay up 2-2. Schwartz 0 for 1. He lined out to right field his first time. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded to second, fielded by Hess. Throw over to first in time for out number 3. So that ends the third. We're through a third of this ball game. 2-0 New York here, 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Here comes Christian Ficca to bat here in the fourth. Okay, so one more hot dog comment. So 20 million hot dogs, just to put that in perspective. Joey Chestnut, he can usually eat one hot dog in about 3 seconds. As Ficca awaits the first pitch here from Parker Brahms. Swung on, grounded foul past the first base. Coaching box, it's 0-1. For Joey Chestnut to eat 20 million hot dogs, fastest hot dog eater on the planet, it would take him 694 days if he had a bottomless pit in his stomach. Here's the 0-1. Taken just outside for a ball, 1-1. So that's a interesting thing to be. Next pitch, left it low, 2-1. So there's your hot dog trivia for the day. I guess I'll stop talking about hot dogs. I'll stop talking about food until we get to the Buffalo Wild Wings' fifth inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded foul at the plate, and it's 2-2. Brahms, this is the part of the lineup he struggled with in the second. Ficca 1 for 1 with a double. He doubled to lead off that second inning, which eventually New York scored 2 runs in. Brahms works out of the stretch. The 2-2. Swung on, fouled right back into the screen. Really big swing there from Ficca. Count stays. Great night for baseball. Man, I'll tell you what. The weather we had a couple of weeks ago, it was hot. And I am so happy that we're back down to the mid-80s. Goodness. The pitch. Swung on, popped him up, should be playable left side foul territory. Under it, Dennis Pierce, the third baseman, ranging towards the line, makes the catch, 1 away. Now Alfredo Marte. Marte grounded out to J.J. Cruz in the second inning. A good play, diving stop from Cruz that he made the throw from his bottom. So that stole Marte of a hit. Now, Marte, the second time he faces Brahms, awaits the first pitch, and takes a strike on the down and away corner. Perfect spot, 0-1. Behind the plate tonight, Noah Hobart at first, David Ortiz at third, Robert Moreno. No, not that David Ortiz. A different David Ortiz. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fly ball into left, playable, shallow. Out on it, Tavares. In on it is Taylor. Taylor calling off everybody, makes the catch too quickly down. How crazy would it be if we had the Big Papi David Ortiz umpiring in the Frontier League? That would get people to show up. Fritz Ginther, RBI double, his first time in the second. That was his 59th RBI of this season. Still crazily nowhere close to the league lead as the pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Anthony Calarco is still leading the league in RBI, and it's not even close. He's at 93 RBI on the year. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Second behind him is Andrew Czech at 70. So 23 RBI, the difference between number 1 and number 2 in the Frontier League this year. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, popped in the air, playable, very shallow right. Could be trouble. Back on it, J.J. Cruz makes the basket catch for out number 3. 7 up, 7 down here for Parker Brahms the last 2 innings. We now go to the bottom of the fourth, 2-0 New York here on 96.9 WYR and the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Bottom half of the fourth, 2-0 New York here in Evansville. L.J. Jones will lead us off here in the fourth inning. He grounded out to third his first time. Evansville with just 1 hit so far. That came off the bat of Dennis Pierce to lead off the first inning. Reached on second via an error. That one of just 2 base runners Evansville has had through the first 3. The pitch. Really nice front door curveball, but it misses just a tad inside, I guess. And it's 1-0. LJ very rarely will swing at a first pitch. Such a patient approach, the 1-0. Swung on a hard liner just past the reaching glove of Dennis, the shortstop, into left field. LJ Jones with a hard hit single, 108 miles per hour off the bat. That's how Evansville gets their fourth inning started.
Number 11, Jared Campbell.
Now Jared Campbell, hopefully he gets a middle hitter just like that one. The kid is 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first inning. Campbell, we mentioned it, crazy power in college. Had 3 seasons where he had 17-plus homers, that being a sophomore through senior years. His senior year, 19. The pitch to Campbell. Swung on, bounced to short. Charging is Dennis. Flipped to second to Hess, over to first to Ficca, in time for the double play. So a 6-4-3 just like that, and there's 2 away here in the 4th inning. Brings up Taylor. Bottom of the 4th, 2-0 New York, 2 away. Taylor hit by a pitch his first time on an up-and-in fastball. Bice looks in. He's been dealing so far. Begins the windup and fires. Curveball drops in at the knees for a strike, 0-1. The next one in. Another really good breaker, just missing above the zone, and it's 1-1. Tomorrow, the second to last Thirsty Thursday of 2025. Here at Bosse Field, the pitch. Swung on and missed, way out in front of the slider. 1-2. Then after this series, just 9 more home games to play. A series against Joliet, and then a 6-game homestand with Windy City and Florence to end out the year. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Bice. Up and in, leaning back is Taylor, 2-2. Boy, I'll tell you what. Even though you know the guy's not trying to do it, patience is very thin with fastballs up and in, especially when you were hit by a pitch. The 2-2. Swung on, grounded foul, count stays. Especially at the professional level. I mean, you see it even more in the big leagues. Guys getting mad even though you know it's not on purpose. That's just because these guys are professional pitchers. You shouldn't be missing up and in multiple times on a fastball. Two and two the count, 2 away, the pitch. Swung on, smashed in the air down the right side, but well foul. Count stays 2-2. Really good battle here from Keenan. Bottom of the 4th, 2-0 New York. Outfield straight up, same with the infield here. No wind at Bosse. The pitch as Bice rocks into the windup and fires. Swung on, soft liner down the left field line, foul into the bullpen. That one was Jam City on Keenan Taylor. I mean, that just didn't sound like it hit any good part of the bat. Another 2-2 pitch is on its way. Swung on, popped foul and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it. Bice looking to get through 4 clean, scoreless innings. Here it is. Swung on, line drive, base hit into the left field. Keenan Taylor with a rope into the outfield for a 2-out single, extends this bottom of the 4th, bringing up Graham Brown. That one, the second single of the day for Evansville, going 108 miles per hour off the bat. Goodness. Now Graham Brown, he's 0 for 1, struck out back in the 2nd. Big chance here. We'll see if Evansville tries to test it on the bases. They did against Florence. Ton of stolen bags against the Yawls over the weekend. The pitch. High and tight. 1-0, missing. Taylor on the year has 10 stolen bags, but he's also been caught 10 times. So just a 50% success rate. Went a ton at the beginning of the season. The pitch. Swung on, high fly ball, pretty well struck left center field. Back on it, Marte and Vogel, nearing the track, nearing the wall, making the catches. Vogel on the warning track. Graham Brown skies out to deep left center field to end the bottom of the fourth. We now go to the fifth, 2-0 still here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Top of the Buffalo Wild Wings fifth inning. Bottomless apps are down here, dine in only. Visit either Evansville location, 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green River Road for details. Top of the fifth, 2-0 New York. It's the bottom third of the lineup that's due up. Parker Brahms has sent down 7 straight. Enzo Apodaca, the batter, flew out his first time. The pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. So Apodaca, Scanton, and Vogel, or Scanlon, I should say. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Brahms. Swung on, line drive, slicing into left. Back on it, Taylor making the running catch near the track for out number 1. Now I'll tell you what, that's a catch that 2 months ago or in May, I don't know if Keenan Taylor makes, but Lucas has harped on it so much this year. He has just improved a ton out there in left field. That's what happens when you give guys reps every single day at the same spot. Here's Jack Scanlon. Singled home run his first time. He's 1 for 1. That was back in the second frame. Brahms sets hands just barely outstretched at the chest. The pitch in there. 0-1 the count. No action in either bullpen. Why would there be? Next pitch, swung on, slow grounder up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop, Tavares. Throw across is in time for out number 2. So quickly 2 away here in the 5th inning for Parker Brahms. Doing good work here the last couple of frames. Brings up Ryan Vogel. Vogel popped out to end the 2nd inning to, well, it says to first base, but it was on the left side of the infield. L.J. Jones came all the way over from first base, just barely up the line, the third baseline to make the catch. First pitch up and in, 1-0. Certainly a catch I thought Cohen Wilbanks was going to make, but then you heard L.J. Jones screaming, I got it, I got it. And he certainly did. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Brahms. Swung on and missed. Boy, way out in front of that one, 1-1. Evansville, after this series here against New York, plays Windy City, another winnable series. Then Mississippi, winnable series. Joliet, winnable series. So 3 straight winnable series, and now this one very winnable given the win yesterday. The 1-1. Curveball just hitting the right spot on the outside, 1-2. Then Washington, a tough one, but they've played them close this year. Florence, we know we can beat them at home, and then Gateway. Struggled against them this season, but again, at the end of the year, anything's possible. The 1-2. Just missing upstairs. Boy, that one looked good. 2-2. So Deuces wild on the board here in the 5th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. 2-0, the Boulders in front. The pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Wilbanks. Count full. Nobody on here in the 5th. Brahms has sent down 9 straight, looking to get his 10th victim here in Vogel. The payoff. Swung on, soft looper into left center. Over to it is Taylor, but Brown calls him off and makes the catch for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 for the 3rd inning in a row go the Boulders. We now go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 the score. New York in front here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Here for the bottom half of this Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning. Bottomless apps are now here. Dine in only. Visit either Evansville location, 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green River Road for details. Here's J.J. Cruz. It's 7-8-9, the 3-2. Here for Evansville, Cruz, Wilbanks, and then Tavares. J.J. Cruz, left-handed hitter, struck out his first time. Bice on the day has 3 strikeouts as the first pitch into Cruz is taken for a strike, 0-1. So Bice has looked good through 4 innings. Evansville really looking to get some offense going. Again, 2-0, definitely not insurmountable. The pitch, swung on, fouled back into the netting, 0-2. Especially if the offense comes alive like they did last night for a couple of innings, and they're perfectly fine. And this New York bullpen hasn't been the greatest this year. It's been good, they're a good team, but certainly not impossible to get to. As the 0-2 pitch. Checked his swing, just missing. Down and away. Bice thought it was strike 3. He was all the way already going around the mound, but they count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Infield straight up against Cruz, no pull shift on him, which is odd. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul tipped into the glove, but off of the glove of Scanlon. So Cruz with a second opportunity, count stays. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th, 2-0 New York. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Really good backdoor breaker there from Bice for his 4th strikeout of the night. Brings up Cohen Wilbanks, who flew out to left his first time. So Wilbanks 0 for 1. Again, entering today, batting up and over 340 in limited action. A double for him as well. That his lone extra base hit. The pitch outside, 1-0. That double he got in Florence to the left center gap. Left-handed hitter awaits the 1-0 pitch. Bice obliges, and here it is. Bender catching the top shelf, 1-1. Justin Felix again still dealing with some soreness after a backswing mishap last week. The pitch, low. Count 2-1. So giving Wilbanks plenty of more playing time, which is good to see for a young guy like Wilbanks. The 2-1 swung on, fouled back, 2-2. Especially because that's the emergency catcher. The load is not any less light. Still travels with the team here every single day. Committed, takes BP every day. Here's the 2-2. In the dirt, Wilbanks works the count full, 3-2. So it's good to see him once again getting some opportunities. Especially because he has been so good in the few games he's played. And the payoff. Swung on, fouled right back into the screen. Defensive swing there from Wilbanks as he was fooled a little bit, but just barely got a piece of it to stay alive. Sometimes that's all you need to do. On deck is Crix Taveras, after him, Dennis Pierce. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes from the New York right-hander. Called strike 3, really good breaking ball there. Another strikeout for Bice, his 5th.
The shortstop,
Brings up Crix Taveras.
Tavares.
The pitch, swung on, blasted foul, left side, and the count's 0-1 on the overhead foul ball. Overhead foul ball is brought to you by Hits Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Taveras, left-handed hitter, awaits the 0-1. Takes strike 2 at the chest, 0-2. So another game so far, it's felt like, where Evansville just haven't gotten a ton of people on the bases. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, hard grounder to second, backhanded snag by Hess. Pops up, throw to first in time. So a good swing from Taveras, but a tough out here to end the 5th inning. 1-2-3 go the Otters. We go to the 6th, 2-0 Boulders. Here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome.
Here comes Austin Dennis to lead us off here in the top of the 6th. Scored 2-0 New York. Here through the first 5. Parker Brahms still in the bump, pitching well. First pitch here to Dennis is taken for a strike. Nice running fastball there. Count 0-1.
Michael Forcum or Julie Forcum go to the Otters front office to claim something that they've lost.
The 0-1.
Michael Forcum,
Outside, 1-1.
Forcum, please go to the Otters front office to claim something that they have lost. Thank you.
The pitch. Swung on and missed. Really out in front there. Dennis quickly calls time, trying to recollect himself, and stands back in. The pitch. Swung on, popped foul, and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it. Evansville has been really stifled offensively, but Brahms has kept them in the ball game. The pitch. Swung on, fouled right back into the mask of Wilbanks. He says he's all right. Count still 1-2. Dennis is 0 for 2. The pitch from Brahms. Oh my goodness. Just misses upstairs. 2-2. The next one in. Swung on, sharp liner, snagged over at first by L.J. Jones. Quickly one away.
Second baseman, 34, Kyle Hess.
Now it's Kyle Hess, the second baseman, who takes ball 1, just dipping below the zone on the curve, 1-0. Brahms has once again looked stellar tonight. 5 1/3 innings of pretty dang good baseball out there, only allowing the 2 runs in the second. The pitch, up and away, just missing. Count 2 balls and no strikes. Just hope that the offense behind him is able to get something going for him. The 2-0 inside, nearly hit him. 3-0. This is the first time where Brahms has been significantly behind a batter, has yet to walk anyone here in this ball game. You would assume Hess is taking all the way on the 3-0 pitch. Here it is. Curveball up and away, barely missing, and that's going to hear some chirps from the Evansville Otters dugout. But reaching first base nonetheless is Kyle Hess, and that ends the retired streak for Braden Scott for Parker Brahms at 11. That was his first walk given up of the night as well. Jason Agresti now bats. Pickoff move to first is just barely not in time. Boy, that was close. Now the first pitch into the designated hitter. It's taken for a strike. Back in the zone there is Brahms, and it's 0-1. The pitch. Swung on, foul tipped into the glove of Wilbanks. It's 0-2. So Brahms following the walk with quickly getting ahead of Agresti. No, 0-2. One away, top of the 6th inning, 2-0 the score. Evansville trails New York. Infield at double play depth. The pitch. Swung on, popped foul. The opposite way, count stays at 0-2. We look around the Frontier League today. Windy City and Washington doing battle 3-1. The final score in that one, Windy City on top of Washington. Pickoff move again. That one also close, just barely not in time. In the bottom of the 7th, New Jersey and Tri-City playing. Tri-City 13-3, their lead. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, broken bat, looper, just over the reaching glove of J.J. Cruz into center. So that's going to be a one-out single here to now put runners on at first and second. That's some lumber, some Niehaus lumber. Go get your new lumber at Niehaus Lumber. Florence and Schaumburg tied at 2 in the top of the 5th. Top 6, Mississippi and Gateway still deadlocked at 0. Lake Erie and Joliet also tied at 1 apiece. Lake Erie trying to get another game on Washington here as they lost to Windy City. 2 on, 1 out, top 6. 2-0 the New York lead. The pitch. Up and away for a ball. Still nobody up in the Otters' pen. Here's the 1-0. Down low, 2-0. So now you start to wonder when the leash starts getting a little bit shorter because, yes, you want Brahms to stay in as long as he can, save the bullpen, but Braden Scott went 7 innings last night of shutout baseball, dominant shutout baseball, the 2-0. Taken, 3 balls, no strikes. And you wonder when the fatigue starts to set in for Brahms and when the limit is. I mean, still nobody up in the bullpen. Because it's currently at 2-0. You don't want this one to get out of hand by any means, at any point. Pickoff move to second, nearly gets into center field, but diving for the stop was Tavares. Man, really no communication there, as that one nearly leaked out into center, and with Graham Brown playing fairly deep out there. Boy, that might have even scored a run. 3 balls and no strikes to count. Here's the pitch. That one in for a strike on the inside corner on the fastball, 3-1. Next one in. Swung on and missed. Huge rip at it there from Ficca. And the count's back to full. Brahms trying to battle his way back. Runners on first and second, 1 away, top of the 6th, 2-0 New York. Counts full. Ficca today is 1 for 2. Brahms looks into Wilbanks. He sets, hands at the chest. Couple of rhythmic taps of the front foot. Out of the stretch, fires. Inside, ball 4. So bases are going to be loaded now. Second walk of the inning.
21, Alfredo Marte.
Brings up Alfredo Marte, who is 0 for 2. Here comes Max Peterson to the mound. This will just be a talk as no one's up and loosening for Evansville. So just trying to calm down his guy here and mind him that, hey, Still in this ball game, just go out there and attack. He faces Alfredo Marte, who, as mentioned, is 0 for 2. Now here's Alfredo Marte as Max Peterson's back in the dugout. First pitch to him. Swung on, line drive into right center field. Hustling to it is Campbell. Dives, but he can't make the catch. Gets away from it. Backing him up is Graham Brown. One run is in. Here comes the second one. The throw in from the cutoff man Cruz not going to be in time. A 2 RBI single for Marte.
Third baseman, 15, Fritz Ginther.
So just like that, 4-0 New York. Runners still on first and second, only one gone. Now the Otters bullpen is getting going. Fritz Ginther will be the batter. 4-0 Boulders. They have their 4 runs on 5 hits. They've committed an error. Evansville with no runs on only 3 hits. Here's the pitch. Inside, missing was Brahms. It's Adrian Montilva up and throwing for Evansville. One ball and no strikes. Brahms out of the stretch. Has a curveball that drops in there just at the knees, and it's 1-1. Man, New York in this inning, this is one where if they could choose, they'd like to put a couple on the board. Pickoff throw to second, and they got him cut out. Christian Ficca picked off at second base. He was on an island out there, and quickly, now all of a sudden 2 away here in this 6th inning. So now, instead of a runner in scoring position, just a runner on first, 2 away. 1-1 the count. Pickoff move to first. Ball gets away into the wall. On to second is Marte. He's going to round second. He's going to third. And on the throwing error, Marte goes from first to third, and now it's like no one was even picked off. Wow. You know, I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a pickoff be successful and then a pickoff error result in 2 bases. The very next movement. Here's the 1-1 to Ginther. Swung on, foul tip to the mask, 1-2. Brahms still trying to get out of it with only the 2 runs allowed in the inning. 4-0, the total score. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Huge German-American Bank strikeout there for Parker Brahms, his 3rd of the night. The Boulders score 2 on 2 hits. They leave 1 runner on base. We now go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-0 New York here on 96.9 WIR on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, B for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Bottom half of the sixth, 4-0 this score. It at least is now the top of the lineup. Two back up for Evansville. Dennis Pierce, the bats. He's 1 for 2 on the night. A single in the first inning, grounded out in the third. Faces Emmett Bice, who is still on the bump. Bice throws the first one in, and it's taken for a ball. Maybe outside, maybe low. Could have been either one. 1-0. Maybe both. Who knows? Ball popped out of the mid of Scanlon, which most of the time will get a ball call no matter where it is. The 1-0. Swung on, popped up, foul territory, and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it. Pierce trying to get this Evansville offense back up and rolling like they were last night. Bice out of the windup, the 1-1. Swung on, jam shot, pop up, foul territory, first base side. Over to it, Ficka makes a two-handed grab, and there is quickly one gone here in the sixth. Brings up Schwartz.
Designated hitter,
Ellis is 0 for 2.
Ellis Schwartz.
Man, Emmett Bice has induced some really soft contact tonight, but man, he's been hit hard at times too, just nothing falling, it seems. Bice, the first pitch, is up and away for a ball, 1-0. Four nothing, bottom of the sixth. Evansville trails. Here's a 1-0 throw. Swung on, line drive down the right field line. That's going to get down for a base hit. Schwartz hustling around first. He's going to stay there, though. Not testing the strong throw from Apodaca. And it's a one-out single here for Schwartz.
First baseman, number 20, L.J. Jones.
Brings up LJ. Boy, he roped one into left field for a single his last time. 108 off the bat. It was just elevated a little bit. Man, that thing is long gone. He now works with a runner on first base and Schwartz, who can run. Ellis had 4 stolen bases against Florence over the weekend. Has a small lead, inching forward, and the first pitch here to L.J. Jones is taken down and away, 1-0. L.J., total 1 for 2 on the night. Jared Campbell stands on deck. A ball, no strikes. Bice out of the stretch. Here it is. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop. Flips to Hess at second. Throw across the diamond is in time for out number 3. So an inning-ending twin killing here in the 6th. We now go to the 7th frame. 4-0 still. Boulders in front here on 96.9 WIR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Here, top of the 7th. Parker Braum still out on the mound here for the 7th frame. Second night in a row, an Evansville starter has gone 7 innings or into the 7th inning. Enzo Apodaca, the batter. This is the bottom third of the order for New York. The first pitch into him is taken high for a ball, 1-0. The action in the bullpen has sat down, so no one up and throwing yet. You would assume that if someone would get up and throwing, it maybe wouldn't be Montalva. Again, given the inning and the situation, the 1-0. Swung on, hard liner down the right field line, but right back to it is Campbell, who makes the easy catch for out number 1. But you never know. I mean, we saw Montalva in a high leverage situation over the weekend in Florence. Here's Jack Scanlon.
The catcher, 13, Jack Scallion.
Scanlon, the batter. He is 1 for 2. The pitch taken for a ball on the outside corner. 1-0, just missing on the outer edge of the plate there. Scanlon, again, at times has struggled, but has the power. The pitch swung on and missed. It's now 1-1. A ball, a strike, 1 away, top 7. 4-0 to score. New York in front here. Next one in. Taken just a little high, I guess. It's 2-1. Brahms nibbling, not getting a ton of calls here tonight. Out of the stretch he works, kicks, fires. Swung on and missed. Boy, he made him look foolish on that curveball. It's 2-2. Time called here from Scanlon, resetting mentally. Steps back in on the left-handed side. 2 balls, 2 strikes, only 1 away, top of the 7th. Here it is. Swung on, hard liner down the right field line, twisting and getting foul. Count stays at 2-2. Brahms, despite the couple of innings where runs have scored, man, he's been effective. Yes, he's given up 4 runs, but in the middle there, he retired 11 straight batters. The pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. 4th German-American Bank strikeout there for Parker Brahms.
German-American Bank.
Brings up Ryan Vogel, who's 0 for 2.
Center fielder 1, Ryan Vogel.
Vogel pop out and a fly out. Brahms sets out of the stretch. Here it is. Taken for a strike at the top edge of the zone. It's 0-1. Sun almost fully set here at Bosse Field. Telling you what, every night at this point of the year turns into a beautiful night. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, popped him up, might be playable right behind the dish. Under it, Parker Brahms. He runs out of room near the dugout. Will Banks just lost it under the lights. Count 0-2. It's 81 degrees currently. We'll get as low as 70 degrees tonight and tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, a crisp 90 degrees here at Bosse Field. But the crazy thing is, a low of 68. That time of year. Here's the 0-2. Just missing high, about 1 inch, 2 above the zone, and it's 1-2. A ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 5th German-American Bank strikeout for Parker Brahms ends the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom half, 4-0 New York here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Four, 5, and 6 due up here in the bottom of the 7th. 4-0 the score. Boulders in front as Jared Campbell to bat. Here's the pitch into Campbell. He takes his strike, 0-1. Next pitch in is missing outside, 1-1. Campbell looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout, and he's grounded into a double play. The pitch. That one, a bender that also catches the down and in portion of the zone. It's 1-2 now. Evansville is struggling offensively here tonight against Bice. Just now stretching going on in the bullpen for New York. The pitch. in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Scanlon. It's 2-2. Just hope here in these last 3 frames, Evansville able to figure it out, come back, get the series win, and avoid the rubber match tomorrow. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, popped him up right side, foul territory. Could be playable. Over to it, Fika, but it does fall up and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Hedge Construction. Choose the best and never regret it. So count stays at 2-2. The pitch. Missing low. Really good take there from Campbell, and the count now runs full. Three balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom of the 7th, 4-0 New York. The pitch. Just missing down low, ball 4. So Jared Campbell reaches via Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar to lead off this bottom half of the 7th.
Left fielder, number 12, Keenan Taylor.
Brings up Keenan Taylor. A hard single as last time. He's reached both times up. So 1 for 1, hit by a pitch in the single. Runner on first base. Campbell, I mean, maybe you try and take off here, but it's just such a weird situation. I don't know if that's necessarily a smart move. He did steal 17 bases his junior year and 14 bases his senior year in college. First pitch here to Taylor. Swung on, fouled into the screen, and it's 0-1. And the pitch. Swung on, line drive, sinking quickly into left. That's going to get down for a base hit. So 2 runners on to lead off here in this bottom half of the 7th. The Otters might have something cooking here.
Center fielder, number 24, Graham Brown.
Brings up Graham Brown. First pitch here to Graham Brown. That one down and away, and it's a ball and no strikes. Brown, a huge spot here for Evansville, trying to get on the board and get this one closer as we head to the back half. The 1-0. Swung on, foul, tipped at the dish, and it's 1-1. A ball, a strike, nobody out. Here's the pitch. That one inside, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Swung on and missed, 2-2. Brown took a big hack at that. Brown sets in the right-handed batter's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. The pitch from Bice. In the dirt. So the count is full. Evansville trying to load the bases with nobody out in the 7th. There is now action in the Boulders bullpen. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runners on first and second. Taylor and Campbell, the runners. Bice out of the stretch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Graham Brown goes down swinging. 6th strikeout for Bice brings up J.J. Cruz.
Number 17, J.J. Cruz.
Cruz, left-handed hitter. He's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. First pitch that he sees is swung on and hit softly into left field, sinking quickly. Coming in the left fielder, Marte can't get there, it falls. Here comes Campbell. He slides, he scores. Evansville finally able to crack open that can, 4-1. RBI single for J.J. Cruz the opposite way. Scores Campbell. Runners still on first and second, only 1 out, and here comes the manager, and that'll do it for Emmett Bice. So when we come back, we'll talk his final line and talk about the bullpen arm coming in. We are listening on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome.
New pitcher in here for the Boulders is Grady Gorgon. Gorgon has been a lights-out option for New York so far this year. A sub-2 ERA, 1.93 the ERA in 5 appearances. This is 6. He relieves Emmett Bice, who went 6 1/3, giving up 6 hits, striking out 6. Currently only 1 run allowed, but the two on are allotted to him if they were to come around to score. Here's Cohen Wilbanks. First pitch is outside. A ball, no strikes. Gorgon fires inside, 2-0. Tying run at the dish, 4-1 the score, bottom of the 7th, only 1 away. Here it is. That one catching the zone on the outer edge. 2-1. 2 balls, a strike and an out. Out of the stretch, Gorgon comes to the plate and catches the outer edge of the zone, I guess, down and away. Count 2-2, time called by Wilbanks. A couple of boos ringing out from this Evansville crowd. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, bounced foul down the first baseline. Count stays. Gorgon, left-hander, sets, hands belt high. Kicks and fires. Swung on, poked it the opposite way. That's going to get down for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third. Base is loaded now in the 7th with only 1 away. And it brings up Crix Taveras, who had a bases clearing 3 RBI double last night. He does one of those right here, and he ties the ball game.
Number 18, Crix Taveras.
There is action up in the Otters pen. It looks like 7 will be all that Brahms goes, but boy, what a great 7 innings it was. This offense trying to rally here in the 7th frame. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch. Inside, it's 1-0. So a ball, no strikes, and 1 away. Here it is. Swung on, foul tipped into the mask of the catcher. It's 1-1. On first is Will Banks. On second is Cruz. On third is Keenan Taylor. 1 already across in the inning. Only 1 away. Here it is. That one is slider that comes in the front door, and it's 1-2. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Big strikeout there for Gorgon. His first. And now it's up to Dennis Pierce here in the 7th to try and cash in with the bases juiced. 4-1 the score, New York in front. The pitch. Swung on, bounced to short. Charging is Dennis. Goes to second for the easy out, number 3. So that'll end the bottom of the 7th. Evansville gets 1, but strands the bases loaded. We now go to the 8th. 4-1 the score. Evansville trails it here on 96.9 WIR on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Adrian Montilva will pitch here in this 8th inning, trying to keep the score exactly where it's at 4-1. Montilva, his last time out against Florence, when an inning and 2/3, did not allow a hit in 5 batters faced. We'll see how he does here. Again, he was put on the IL for a majority of this season. Just made his first appearance coming back from the IL on August 2nd against Florence. So we will see how he fares in this outing. He faces the top of this New York Boulders lineup: Austin Dennis, Kyle Hess, and Jason Agresti. Boulders lead it 4-1, currently top of the 8th. Montilva, left-handed thrower. The pitch swung on, popped him up foul, and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it.
Brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
Nothing in one the count. Dennis 0 for 3 on the night. The pitch is high. Make that 1-1 to count. It's crazy because Dennis not a guy you're usually able to keep off for long. Here it is. High, 2-1. The pitch swung on, popped him up, left side of the infield, behind the plate. Wilbanks under it, but it gets out of play, and it's 2-2.
Brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
So count all evened up. And it's so nice to have Montilva back on the mound because he showed flashes of really good things to start the year. The pitch, missing down and in, 3-2. The payoff, swung on, bounced foul. So count stays full. And get Montilva in this bullpen role because the pitch count isn't able to get as high as it was when he first started. The payoff is up and away for ball 4. Leadoff walk here to Dennis. So this is just a way to start trying to extend it, but also giving him meaningful innings. Instead of throwing him out there for basically as an opener every 5 days, giving him high leverage situations, some pressure situations, because you know how good he can be, even while he's still trying to rebuild that arm strength. Here's Kyle Hess now. Third baseman Dennis Pierce is playing in. The pitch is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Montilva against the Yalls looked really good. Struggling a little bit with control currently through the first 2 batters. The 1-0. That one drops in for a strike. Beautiful. Front door curveball, 1-1. Another look around the Frontier League. Joliet and Lake Erie. Lake Erie in front of the Flamers, 5-2 in the 8th. The pitch. In the dirt, nice block there by Wilbanks. Saved a runner from advancing. Count 2-1. Schaumburg now taking the lead over Florence, 3-2. And Gateway losing to Mississippi, 2-0. 2 balls, a strike, nobody out. Top of the 8th, 4-1 New York. Runner on first for him. The pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3-1. Couple of major league scores again today. Cubs beating the Reds 6-1. Boy, Blue Jays demolishing Colorado 20-1. Cardinals over the Dodgers 5-3 today. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Montilva. Outside, ball 4, so 2 straight walks to begin this 8th inning for Adrian.
Designated hitter, 29, Jason Agresti.
Brewers and Braves playing. Brewers in front by 2 over the Braves, 5-3 in the 8th. My boss is Matt Will. Royals winning 7-2 over the Red Sox. My Guardians sweeping the Mets today 4-1. So a couple of interesting Major League scores here tonight, or earlier today, really, most of them. Jason Agresti will bat. Runners on first and second now for New York. And the pitch. Runners take off. Pitch is in there for a strike. Throw down to second from Wilbanks is not in time. A double steal of second and third. Runner at third. And Dennis slow to get up. Bit of a limp, but he's all right. So now runners on second and third now for the Boulders. Still nobody out. Count is 0-1 to Agresti. The pitch is taken, 0-2 for a strike. Goodness. Infield drawn in a tad. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Montilva. Looks into Wilbanks. Sets. Hands eye level. Now to the belt. Fires. Swung on, fouled back to the netting. Stays 0-2. And this is a big spot here. I mean, you can't afford to allow any more runs, given you only have 6 outs to work with. The 0-2. Swung on, hit the opposite way, right field line, but well foul. Tried to attack him with a curveball in the back door, but fighting it off was Agresti. Agresti is 1 for 3 tonight. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, hard liner deep into left. Back on it is Taylor. Leaps, makes the catch. 1 run will score, but it saved another from scoring as well. What a play by Keenan Taylor out in left field. New York does make it 5-1, though, on the sacrifice fly.
First baseman, 9, Christian Ficca.
The runner in Hess stays at second. Christian Ficca now bats. First pitch to Ficca is taken down and away, 1-0. A ball, no strikes, 1 away. The pitch. Swung on, blasted to right. Deep. Back on it, Campbell at the track, and it's out of here. Christian Ficca opens it up with a 2-run blast to right. 6-run lead now for the Boulders, 7-1 the total score. Eighth homer of the year for him. So 3 runs here in the inning. Here comes Max Peterson to the mound. Looks like that'll be it for Montilva, and it is be Nick McAuliffe when we come back here on 96.9 WIR on the Otters Digital Network.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCasa.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Nick McAuliffe into pitch, relieving Adrian Montova. One away here in the 8th inning, 7-1 now. The Boulders take it or are in front. McAuliffe, his last time out against Florence, when an inning of scoreless baseball, struck out 2 in that inning back on August 1st. McAuliffe enters, no runners on base. Alfredo Marte, the batter. The pitch is in there for a strike on the down and away corner, 0-1. So 3 already in here in the inning for New York. 7-1 the score. 1 away here in the 8th. The pitch. That one catching the bottom edge of the zone as well. Good location there from McAuliffe. 0-2. So it's a sacrifice fly from Agresti and then a 2-run blast from Christian Ficca to put it at 3 runs across here in the inning. The 0-2 outside. New York scored 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 6th. Now 3 here in the 8th. 6 runs their lead. The 1-2. That one missing inside, 2-2. At this point, I mean, you can't afford any more damage. McAuliffe, a deep breath. Works into the windup, kicks and fires. Swung on, grounded up the middle, ricochets off the glove of McAuliffe. Diving play by Cruz, pops up to his feet, throw across the diamond, scoop, evades L.J. Jones, gets to the wall. On his way to second as Marte gets there easily. Almost a great play there from J.J. Cruz.
15, Fritz Ginther.
But instead, Marte to second. Second Evansville error of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Bench runner, New York at second base, 22 Santino Rosso.
So Santino Rosso will now run for Marte. It's a hit, then an error on Evansville. Another tough one. Here's Fritz Ginther. First pitch that he sees is swung on, grounded up the middle, fielded by Cruz. Throw over to first is going to be in time for the easy out, number 2. Runner does advance to third, and Rosso brings up Enzo Apodaca.
5, Enzo Apodaca.
Apodaca is 0 for 3. He's flown out to all 3 outfield spots. McAuliffe works out of the stretch, and the pitch is taken up and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Rosso over at third. The pitch. High. 2 balls, no strikes. Evansville, when they come to the dish in the bottom of this inning, will have Schwartz, Jones, and then Campbell. The 3-2. McAuliffe, big deep breath, sets with his hands at the belt. The 2-0. Low. So McAuliffe quickly falling behind Apodaca. Usually the walk are not something he struggles with. You would assume Apodaca is taking all the way here. McAuliffe fires. Ball 4 up and in. So 4 straight to Apodaca to send him over to first. Now runners to the corners with 2 outs here in the 8th for Jack Scanlon. Scanlon is a 1 for 3. Left-handed hitter. Struck out his last time. The pitch. Misses high. That's now 5 straight that have missed out of the strike zone for McAuliffe. And again, not a guy that struggles with walks. Only 15 on the year in 29 innings. The 1-0. That one finds his own, 1-1. So McAuliffe quickly back in the count here. A ball, a strike, 2 outs. 7-1 the New York lead. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded foul down the first baseline, and it's 1-2. A ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 8th, 7-1, New York leads it. The pitch to Scanlon. Bounced in the dirt, nice block by Wilbanks, 2-2. McAuliffe trying to get out of a pickle. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at the corners. And time is called by Scanlon. Finally, here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Big strikeout there from McAuliffe. His first German-American bank strikeout of his outing. But 3 runs come across in the inning for New York. 7-1 the score here on 96.9 WYR and the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome.
Designated hitter.
Scott Harper in the pitch here for New York out of the bullpen, relieving Grady Gargan, who pitched 2/3 of an inning, not allowing a run to come across the score. 7-1. New York in front, bottom of the 8th. The first pitch here to Schwartz is taken for a strike at 92 miles per hour down the gut. 0-1. Schwartz tonight 1 for 3. The pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. There is action for Evansville in their bullpen. Gunnar Dennis up and throwing. Here's the 1-1. Called a strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Schwartz calls time here. A ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Missing outside, 2-2. Schwartz, left-handed hitter, looking to get something started here in the 8th inning for Evansville. Here it is. Swung on, grounded to the left side of the infield. Backhand play by Dennis. Throw across the diamond, nowhere close. Ball quickly gets away. Schwartz, he's going to, no, never mind, not try to take second. He thought about it, hesitated, but didn't quite get enough to do it. It'll go down as a hit, most likely. Brings up L.J. Jones. Jones 1 for 3. He grounded into a double play his last time, looking to avoid that fate here. Single back in the 4th. The pitch. Inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Schwartz over at first, again, speedy. Wouldn't be surprised if he tries it. 4 stolen bases against Florence in that series alone. The pitch. Swung on, right back up the middle and right to Hess. To second for 1, throw to first, double play. Ricocheted off the glove of the pitcher. Right to the second baseman, and that one hurts a little bit. 2 away here in the 8th.
Right fielder, number 11, Jared Campbell.
Brings up Jared Campbell. Campbell's 0 for 2. He walked his last time and eventually came around to score. The right-hander awaits the pitch and takes inside for a ball, 1-0. This game is really at the beginning of it. Felt like that Evansville was right in it, even into the bottom of the 7th. They had chance. The 1-0 swung on, popped foul, 1-1. But man, that top half of the 8th, that 2-run homer from Ficca really just, not going to say put a nail in the coffin, because it didn't. There's no clock in baseball. Anyone can come back at any time, but just makes it much harder. The 1-1 pitch, right down central, 1-2. Looks like it will be Gunnar Dennis here in the top of the 9th. Here's the 1-2. Just, never mind, called strike 3. So Campbell goes down looking, a strikeout there for Scott Harper, his first. We now go to the 9th, 7-1 New York here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Gunnar Dennis into pitch. Colin Wilbank still behind the plate. That pitcher-catcher battery brought to you by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Greenup Road, or call at 812-475-9000. 7-1 the score. New York in front here in the top of the 9th. Dennis enters his last time out, going 2/3 of an inning at Florence. Struck out the 2 outs he got. Gave up a couple of hits, but still looks strong in that frame. And you hope that he's able to continue those strong outings here today and just keep this score exactly where it is. He'll face 9-1-2, Vogel, Dennis, and then Hess, the 3 New Yorkers who are due up to the dish. Dennis, left-handed pitcher. Gunnar sets on the far third base side of the rubber, and the pitch is taken up and away, 1-0. A ball, no strikes, nobody out. Top of the 9th, Dennis steps back, kicks, and fires. Swung on and missed, blew it right by him at 90 miles per hour. It's 1-1. New York trying to get their 41st win of the season. Again, just a half game back of Sussex County as the pitch. Outside, it's 2-1. Sussex County did not play tonight. Their game was postponed to tomorrow, doubleheader with Down East. So a win tonight would, as the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, 2-2 on a nasty breaker. Win tonight for New York would have them tied at the top of the East Division with Sussex County. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. 7-1 the score, top 9. Gunnar Dennis on the bump. Looks into Wilbanks. Nods in agreement. Steps back. Kicks. Fires. Swung on. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit. So a hard hit single there for Vogel to lead off this 9th inning. And it turns the lineup over for Austin Dennis, as we'll have a Dennis-Dennis matchup here. Austin Dennis is 0 for 3 with a walk and a stolen base his last time up. Gunnar Dennis trying to retire the other Austin Dennis. We have a Dennis Pearson and Austin Dennis. Those two have grinded out to each other a lot this week, by the way. But now we get 2 last-name Dennises facing off. The pitch. Swung on, grounded up the middle, and Austin Dennis gets the better of Gunnar Dennis here today. A single right back up the gut. That's 2 straight to lead off this top half of the 9th for New York.
Second baseman, 34, Kyle Hess.
Brings up Kyle Hess now. Hess has reached a couple of times via the walk, 0 for 2 total. Runners on first and second now, still nobody out here in this 9th inning. The pitch. That one taken for a strike on the inner half, 90 miles per hour on the fastball. It's 0-1. Dennis, the 0-1. In the dirt, really good stop from Milbanks, but it somehow gets behind him, and both runners are going to advance 90 feet. So just like that, 2 runners in scoring position for New York here in the 9th. Man. It's just been one of those nights, it feels like, for Evansville. A ball and a strike. Dennis works out of the stretch, hands at the belt, kicks and fires. Swung on, fouled right back into the screen. It's 1-2. Sun completely set here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, another good block there from Cohen Wilbanks. No one up in the bullpen for Evansville. Now down to 78 degrees here at Bosse Field. Two and two will be upcoming. Top of the 9th, 7-1 Boulders. 2 runners on. The pitch. Inside, got him on the thigh, and bases are now going to be loaded. So bases juiced, and still nobody out here in the inning for the Boulders. Jason Agresti now bats. Man, just a tough inning here for Gunnar Dennis. Hasn't been able to get an out yet. First pitch into Agresti. Inside ball 1. Ball gets away, and that's going to lead to a run scoring, and everyone advances 90 feet and make it 8-1. On the wild pitch. New York 8, Evansville 1. 2 runners still in scoring position for Evansville. A ball and no strikes. Agresti awaits the 1-0. And takes ball 2 outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Dennis really struggling to find the strike zone right now. A couple of hits, a walk, a run in already. The pitch. Swung on, soft liner into left. Racing in on it is Taylor. He is going to make the catch. He's going to throw into home to prevent the run from coming in. So now 1 away here in the 9th. Getting the first out here of the 9th inning.
First baseman, 9, Christian Ficca.
Here's Christian Ficca. He blasted one to right. His last time up, a 2-run homer that kind of put this one out of reach. And now a big hit again would make it just a little more difficult for Evansville in the bottom half. 8-1 the score. And the pitch. That one in for a strike, 0-1. When Evansville comes up, it'll be Taylor, Brown, and Cruz. The 0-1. Checked his swing. Did he go around? He did not, says third base umpire Robert Moreno. A ball and a strike. 1 out as well. Runners on second and third. 8-1, the lead for New York. Dennis into Ficka. Swung on, hit in the air to left, fairly shallow. In on it is Keenan Taylor. He makes the catch. Run's going to try and come in to score. Throw cut off by Pierce. Throw into home, not in time. Runner now tries to take third base. The tag is in time from Will Banks over to Pierce. The run will count, but out number 3 nonetheless. We now go to the bottom half of the ninth. 9-1 the score. New York in front here on 96.9 WIR on the Otters Digital Network.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Parker Kruglovich in to pitch here for New York. We'll see how he does. He has a 8-run lead to work with. 9-1 the score, New York in front. Kruglovich will pitch to Keenan Taylor, Graham Brown, and J.J. Cruz. It's been a interesting game here for Evansville. It's just one that seemed like they were in for the majority of it. It just got away from them the last 2 innings in the 8th and the 9th. A great start from Parker Brahms, just the bullpen not able to hold it to where it was. Here's Keenan Taylor. He's 2 for 2. A couple of singles, a hit by pitch. Hopefully this gets him out of that rut he was in. First one he sees is taken down and in for a ball, and it's 1-0. Remember, fans, after the game, the Papa John's post-game show. So stay tuned for that. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, popped foul and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it. A ball, a strike, nobody out. Kruglovich, the right-hander, fires in. Swung on, high bouncer to third, but well foul. It's 1-2. Bottom of the 9th, 9-1 Boulders over top of the Otters. New York with 9 runs on 9 hits and an error. Evansville 1 run on 8 hits, 2 errors. The pitch. Swung on, fouled right back. 1-2 still. New York scoring 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 6th, 3 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th. Evansville with their 1 just in the 7th inning. A ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Here it is. Swung on, popped him up. Playable, right side, foul territory. Under it, Ficka, the first baseman, and that's 1 gone. Brings up now Graham Brown. Brown tonight is 0 for 3, a couple of Ks and a flyout. The first pitch Swung on, blasted to left. Hooking. If it's fair, it's gone. It is foul. Boy, that ball was blasted. But just hooking. The 0-1 now. Down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Graham Brown looking to get the Otters going with something here in the 9th inning. The pitch in for a strike. It's 1-2. A ball, 2 strikes and an out. Here it is. Checked his swing, didn't go around, and it was outside. 2-2. The pitch swung on, popped in the air, right side, but again getting well foul. So Graham Brown battling here in the 9th. 2-2 the count. 1 away. And the pitch. Cold strike 3 right down the middle. First strikeout there for Kruglovich. And now it's J.J. Cruz with 2 outs here in the 9th. He's Evansville's last hope. Here's the first pitch into Cruz. That one is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Infield, a pull shift on Cruz here. They didn't have a pull shift on him earlier in the game as the 1-0. Swung on, hard liner into center, but should be playable. Vogel under it, and that's out number 3. So the Otters fall in this one, 9-1, the final score here in Evansville. When we come back, we'll talk all about it on the Papa John's postgame show. You're listening on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Welcome into the Papa John's postgame show. Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after. Each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and on 96.9 WYIR. Evansville falling 9-1 here against New York in this one. New York improving now to 41-30 on the season. They now are in a tie with Sussex County in first place in the East, while Evansville now 25-49 fall back another game to Lake Erie. They are now 18 games back of first place. Evansville, they got a good start from Parker Brahms here tonight, who went 7 strong innings, giving up 4 runs, striking out 5. But the offense just couldn't get him any run support. The Boulders took an early lead, 2-0 in the second inning, but it didn't feel like Evansville was out of it until the later stages. Evansville scoring 1 in the 7th to cut it to 4-1 at one point with the bases loaded. But then in the 8th, New York scored 3 and then 1 in the 9th to eventually make it that final score of 9-1. You just hope that Evansville tomorrow is able to find some of that offense that they found in the first game of the series and just come out and play a good brand of baseball tomorrow. Still a TBA on the official starter for tomorrow, but you hope whoever it is able to come in and do a good job, get things going, and lead this team to another good pitching performance and give this team a chance to do their best. And that's exactly what Parker Brahms did here tonight. He absolutely did what he could to try and do whatever he could here tonight to give Evansville a solid chance, and he did just that, just not quite enough from the offense. Dennis Pierce did extend his on-base streak now to 18 games, so that's good for him. And then another RBI hit from J.J. Cruz, 2-hit day from Ellis Schwartz. So some good hitting performances, but overall Evansville just not quite enough to get the job done here tonight. Thank you so much for listening to the Papa John's postgame show. Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows. Available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the home team network, and on 96.9 WYIR. Tomorrow, 6:35, same place, same time. Cannot wait for you to be here with us once again. So, I'm Riley Angel. Thank you so much for listening on this Wednesday night, and as always, have a good night.